in it, and making sure Doctor Strange was with Tony Stark as well, because they're two like
they have to make the link.
Personalities are quite similar, so they
and yes, in the sense that there's so many characters on screen at one time and there's so many different stories, and the balancing of that in Civil War was a bit of a mess, and the iconic fight at the airport was a huge mess.
Crazy.
It looked good, but
I loved it though.
Yeah, but in Infinity War, despite having more characters to deal with, more stories, and
they still managed.
It was done tremendously. There wasn't a single fight where I switched off and thought, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on here?"
Yeah.
And how bloody amazing is Black Panther? Bloody love
That's a sleeper. The Black Panther film, I think, is an absolute sleeper. I think it's going to go down as one of the best films.
What do you mean,
like
sleeper?
it's going to go under people's radar because in a couple of years' time, we're going to look back on 2018 thinking, oh, that was Infinity War. We're going to forget that Black Panther came out 3 months ago.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
Black Panther was this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, May or March.
Black Panther was
like quite recent.
Very recent.
I love
Yeah, I did forget that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean it's not a good film or anything. I just mean, sometimes like you can forget that it.
That was one thing. It wasn't like a massive thing. I wasn't like, oh my god, no, why?
Yeah.
But, like the fact that they'd set a lot of it in Wakanda.
Yeah.
When we had just been there, like, do you know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, and which I quite liked as well, because then maybe that's.
It linked it more.
Yeah,
you can kind of remember. People might have just seen Black Panther. They know Wakanda.
If you hadn't seen Black Panther, you'd be like,
right.
what is this?
I love Black Panther.
You get a little snippet.
Yeah.
From
I feel like
Civil War of Wakanda.
I feel like though you could not. I would find it very. You need to know about all the backstories before you watch that film. Like you couldn't just watch it. Like, there's no way.
I guess we're lucky that it's coming out as we're getting to see them.
Yeah.
I felt at a disadvantage when I went and first watched all the Harry Potter films because I had to watch them all one after the other, which I probably would have loved if I could follow the story, wait my turn to see the film and stuff, and you kind of become one with the characters and stuff. I guess that's why I love all the new Star Wars films, because we're experiencing them with everybody else.
Yeah. My
totally
initial rating for Infinity War was a solid 8 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Solid 8, yeah. I rate Marvel movies and how good they are compared to Winter Soldier.
To be honest,
because I think Winter Soldier's I think Winter Soldier's a perfect superhero movie.
I think it is perfect. Yeah, actually, I agree. I love Winter Soldier.
My second viewing, I've jumped up to a solid 9 out of 10. But I saw the midnight showing the first time.
Yeah.
It's seeing movies. A movie experience will never be like a theatre experience. Like it's because it's just not the same. But midnight showings sort of have that same vibe, you know.
Well, see, I don't know, Chris. You kind of agree with me in terms of like I get an excited buzz going to the cinema and before the film starts, and I was sitting in the cinema and I'll be like, oh my god, I get excited.
Yeah.
Whereas I can get that in theatre sometimes depending on if it's something that I like already, but with films I don't need to know it already. I can get that excitement.
I agree. I'm just, I guess, more comfortable in the cinema.
Yeah.
You know.
We're like more film buffs really.
Yeah.
I'll say this, that was the busiest I've ever seen a cinema.
Well, that, yeah.
Oh my
ever in my
gosh,
life.
yeah.
And I saw Last Jedi midnight show.
Yeah, we'll talk about that experience then. How was it seeing the midnight screening? Crazy.
It was crazy, but I was more overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed, but I was more whelmed.
Well,
Last Jedi.
Yeah, totally.
That's because my biggest cinema experience before that was the 50th anniversary for Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
But then then I saw Last Jedi and I thought, oh, I've never done anything like this before in terms of like a cinema.
Yeah.
With like-minded people.
Was it in the super screen and stuff like that?
No, The Last Jedi was super screen,
Right.
but Infinity War wasn't. But Infinity War was just packed. Like the concession stand was
ridiculous.
Like you couldn't.
Same with me.
You've been in Cineworld. You've seen the rooms. You couldn't move.
Yeah.
Like it was like someone. It's like the room was blockaded by just queues and lines. It was ridiculous. It was. It was just great being in a room with like-minded people who were all there for the. Who are just equally excited to see the same movie you are.
Yeah. And these are fans as well. You're following stuff. But I went a couple of days after and I felt the same way because it was packed as well. The concession stand was massive, and
I spoke about this in the film theory chat with Ian. Infinity War was probably, and it will be for a long time, the biggest blockbuster movie ever made.
Oh, totally! Like, that was.
It's not just a big blockbuster. probably go down for the next few decades as the biggest.
Mental.
Unless-
Imagine being a part of that as an actor, like Robert Downey Jr. and all
Or
that.
Tom Holland,
I've been-
the same age as
Oh my
us.
gosh, yeah.
Essentially.
Tom Holland is like,
He's so bloody young, isn't he?
he's Robert Downey Jr. He's almost the forefather. You know, he's been in it since the first Iron
Yeah,
Man.
My
he's the
man.
icon. He's the
my
icon.
He's been
man.
through it, but Tom Holland was literally, he's just came into it. He
Can you
came into
imagine?
this huge franchise.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It must be
Imagine
so,
being him.
yeah, it must be overwhelming.
That's why I always think Marvel, the MCU is doing better than DC, just because Marvel have taken their time, like
It's 10 years in the making.
10 years
Yeah.
to get to
Yeah.
here, whereas in
I
the
agree.
first, like they brought out Man of Steel and they're like, right, let's put
Well,
Batman in the
well,
next one,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, and then by the third film, it was the Justice League. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
No, you're right, yeah.
we've not taken it any time whatsoever.
And maybe that's why we hold these Avengers films in such high regard, is because they mean more, and you know, they
There
mean
was
more
two
to us.
Iron Man films before the first Avengers film, was it not?
Iron Man, yeah,
Iron
they
Man
came out.
2, Captain America, Thor.
Yeah, it's fun.
There's
I think
loads.
that's it.
Yeah, Hulk was
Hulk.
2010.
Yeah, Hulk. Hulk is part of it, yeah.
No, Hulk was 2007.
Yeah.
Hulk was the
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
actually.
Because they did.
I thought it was Iron Man was the first one.
Hulk was
No,
the
they
first
did
one.
Hulk.
Really?
Different
Okay.
actor, different.
Yeah.
Oh, of course it was
I
Edward
loved those.
Norton.
I still love those
What?
ones, yeah.
Edward Norton is the Hulk. Total weird casting. Why did he drop
But,
out?
Like,
He's
yeah.
such a weirdly funny guy, Edward Norton.
He is, isn't he? Did he drop out for any
Good
particular
actor,
reason?
though.
I don't
No,
know.
no,
I'm
they,
not sure.
when they made the first Hulk, they weren't making a franchise. That
It was the film, right? I see.
Yeah, and then they did Iron Man, and instead of doing another Hulk movie,
No,
they just-
they were, it was meant to be part of it.
Was it?
Yeah, because Tony Stark comes in at the end of it.
Oh yeah.
And then
yes,
of course,
I remember that.
Spider-Man: Homecoming last year. Tony
Yeah.
Stark was in it and stuff. You know, they're all kind of
Yeah,
linked.
yeah,
Tony, Tony Stark speaks to General Ross, who's now the
yeah,
head guy he's in Infinity War.
he's such a dick.
Uh-huh.
He's
Well,
my least
arrest
favourite
these
Marvel
guys.
character, even in Civil War. He's such an
Arrest them.
asshole.
Yeah, he's the one that brings up the Accords, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Ah,
Rather
Robert Downey
dangerous.
Jr.
Yeah. But you're even talking about Man of Steel and DC. They're just
Yeah.
they're blowing their load, like for
Yeah,
lack of
they're
a
just-
better phrase.
they're literally just trying to catch up with.
They're trying to copy Marvel and they don't understand.
Well, like, as well, I don't know how long the DC films have been, but they felt like 10 million years long.
Yeah.
They're
it's
all
just-
over 2 hours, yeah.
It's like
Take
even-
Wonder Woman. That's like a good character story. It's a good origin story, and they never did that for Man of Steel. Really,
No,
I didn't mind Man of
they-
Steel, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I guess that.
Man of Steel's alright, but even within Man of Steel, they try to half-ass his backstory.
Bless you. Oh my
Bless you.
god.
Sorry, guys.
That was a loud sneeze.
They're trying. I'm trying to find words to articulate it.
Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice finally out in Blu-ray and DVD.
It's like 3 hours.
Extra extended
Yeah.
edition and other 30 minutes added. So that's about what, 3 hours
Nice.
and 12 or something.
The thing with the Man of Steel
Music.
was they're afraid. DC are afraid because we all know these characters. Like, everyone knows Superman's backstory. Everyone knows Batman's backstory.
I'm so happy they didn't do another Batman origin story.
But Marvel do it and it's fine. No one says that about Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but they've done it
Batman,
4
Black
times though.
Panther.
They've done the Batman one 4 times.
Spider-Man's. Oh, well,
Spider-Man's 3 now.
Yeah.
we can't Andrew Garfield. Oh, that's 3.
They didn't do it in Homecoming,
That's
thankfully.
3, Mason.
Well, I suppose Homecoming wasn't an origin.
No, they didn't. He was already
yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, but even in Man of Steel, you're just talking about them not taking their time. Not
Yeah.
only is it's an origin story, but his first villain is like General Zod.
Yeah.
Which is like an end game.
Right, let's move on to the actual film. Avengers Infinity War, which is currently sitting at an 8.9 on IMDb, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
2.5 hours long. The Avengers and their allies must be willing to sacrifice all in attempt to defeat the powerful Thanos before his blitz of
Thanos.
devastation and ruin puts an end to the universe. Directed by the Russo brothers, of course coming from the comics, starring everybody. There's no point even listing all the actors because
Yeah.
we have everybody. Just getting things off the bat, my favourite character of the Avengers or characters are the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I love those films, and I love the fact how big of a deal they were considered in this film. You know, they were just as big
They're
as
huge. It was mental.
they're
actually.
just as as big as Doctor
Yeah,
Strange and
they had to
Captain
be,
America and
yeah.
It
stuff.
had to be.
With Gamora being Thor's
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
Thanos' door, not Thor's door.
Yeah, I meant
Um,
Thanos. That's because you said, you know why? Because you said your favourite character was
Yeah,
mine's a Thor.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking about Thor.
Yeah.
I've said since day one, since Avengers 1 came out, Thor is the MVP. Always will be the MVP. He is. See, because Midnight Showing as well, when he landed in the battlefields, the cinema erupted. Not the entire cinema. The screen erupted with claps and cheers.
Yeah.
Do you know what that bit took me back to though? Because it's the same music. It's in the first Avengers when they're in the circle and it's going round them all and it's like
Great.
that
moment is iconic in film
together.
history.
It gets your
and you
blood
just go
pumping.
Do you not
guy
think
comes out and I'm like,
do you not think the first Avengers movie has a quality to it that no other movie will have?
No.
There's something about the first one.
Because it was like the first, and I remember going to see it and just being
Amazed,
just shot like what, like obviously Infinity War is amazing, but
Yeah.
you kind of know what you're gonna get. Whereas with the first Avengers, you had no idea what was they were gonna do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It
about
was
Infinity War.
the mystery of it, of what was gonna happen, and first Avengers is always my favourite.
but with this, I think there was some mystery as to what they were going to do.
Yeah.
There was all this talk about, what are the odds? Who's going to die? Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And I think they knew that because you can see in the film they play with it a couple of times. Like,
And you do
the
get
tone,
a
yeah.
bit of
Yeah.
The only
But-
thing. Oh, sorry. I'm
Sorry, I'll talk about it.
No,
because it's about Thanos in it.
All right, okay.
We'll get to him in a second, yeah.
The only thing I'd fault about Infinity War, and it's not Infinity War's fault, it's more the MCU and the fandom and like social media and all that, is the movie was very self-aware of itself in the sense that when things were happening, I wasn't surprised.
Right, okay.
Like, you know, when like a series, a TV show, or a franchise is so self-aware, you know what's going to happen. Walking Dead has the same quality because it follows the comics.
Yeah.
And it's not because the MCU follows. It's not because the MCU follows the comic, because it doesn't. It's just that, for example, when certain people were dying and certain people were, disappearing, and the whole thing with him clicking his fingers, and basically the ending cliffhanger, I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean?
But I feel like that with a lot of comic book films. Like I'm kind of, you kind of,
It's because they have such a big following.
But is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad
an
thing.
Unfortunate thing.
I mean, I can
Yeah,
see someone
okay.
enjoy
It's like,
it.
well, you understand this because you're a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, totally.
Did you enjoy it more when you were a kid and you didn't know what was going on?
Yeah, okay, I get it. But you look at it differently, I suppose. Yeah,
you know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying? It's that sort of thing, like, because it's so self-aware, we know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
We know about, this person's contract is over.
Expiring, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So we know he's not, it's that sort of thing.
Oh, we know they're not going to put the title on this person. Just like if you're a child, you're thinking, oh my god, so Spider-Man is been killed or whatever.
Like back in the
That
day,
may affect you, do you know what I mean?
back
But now
in the
it's just
day,
like, just...
before Twitter and Facebook and
Yeah.
social media had exploded, there was no such thing as the
Dirt
only,
sheets and rumours
coverage
and
you got
stuff.
of a movie was the trailer.
Yeah,
that you saw
you're
in
right.
the cinema or a poster.
Or a review in a newspaper or
and it's
something.
not a bad thing. It's not the movie's fault. It's just an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
But that's where we are.
It's almost like it's out of their control, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Doctor Who had that's probably Doctor Who's biggest issue now with its writing, is that everybody knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, good point. But I mean, it still was really effective. The end scene with them all disappearing or whatever was very emotional.
Spider-Man's like Tom Holland's, that was improv.
Total improv, yeah, which I really enjoyed. But also,
Improv.
He improved a bit when he's like fading away, and he's like, I don't want to go.
you need to grab Tony Stark.
That's
Don't
improv.
make me go, Mr. Stark.
That bit
That's
was
why
like
Tony has
so
no lines.
emotional.
Yeah.
I think actually, I just love their relationship. I think it
They got a really cool
warms
relationship, don't they?
warms my heart.
Yeah.
to be
It's like
honest.
brothers.
Apparently, the brothers said to Tom Holland, "Okay, improv this scene, and you just don't want to die." Go.
Really, is that what
Yeah.
happened? Yeah. He's great, isn't he? I wish I was as good as him.
It's Tom.
Yeah.
Tom's great. Yeah.
I mean, they're all great,
He is
but
Peter Parker.
he's perfect.
I'm glad they got a young person.
Yeah,
As
but I
much as-
still
yeah.
love Tobey Maguire still.
As much
He's
as I love
Tobey
him,
Maguire.
Still to me he
Yeah.
actually just is Peter Parker. Like,
I
him
agree.
in general
he's not a good
life. Like,
Spider-Man though. That was my issue with.
I
Tobey
know
Maguire.
I liked him Spider-Man.
I mean, I don't mind. It's just the same
But
thing.
then also
Right.
see, do you know what? See,
Massive.
in terms of you
When you
saying
think
like you
about it.
kind of know what's going to happen and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Do you think that's maybe why people love things like Game of Thrones? They love
Well,
because
Game of
because-
Thrones back in
Totally
the day.
unpredictable.
but because you just have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe Game of Thrones back in the day, but now Game of Thrones is.
But it's like everything. You
Yes.
get if it's unpredictable.
Yeah,
then
I get what you're
you'll
saying.
eventually
Yeah. No,
get used to that,
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So
But-
what? Sorry, no.
No, that was me that said
I
that.
thought it was you. Sorry.
I'm just reiterating what I've said, so I just realised. So when you go, Chris.
The thing about everybody, I don't want to say dying because I don't think they're dead,
Well, I've got
but
my
like
theories.
the folk of them disappearing.
Yeah.
The plan for Thanos when he clicked his fingers, then half of existence is gone.
Yeah.
Half of them. So you literally didn't know who was going to go.
Yeah.
Now I was saying to you guys earlier on, we have as you were saying, as we know they have the internet and stuff like that, we are now aware of certain things. So we know that there's going to be a Guardians 3. We know there's a next Spider-Man. We know there's all this. So
They're not here.
so we know they need to come back somehow. You know what I mean?
They could be set
Yeah.
before it.
That's true. But then also what they could have done is got rid of Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk because there's not those films slated to be
Yeah.
released. So just in terms of
Yeah.
Hulk going, just dismissed. Spider-Man will still be alive. We could be saying, my God, they killed Captain America.
Yeah.
Which we're not doing, you know. So that was one thing I didn't like. But I did love the bit where people didn't know who was going to go.
I know it was a bit kind of like you're watching it. You're a bit like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, are they still? It was a bit.
But
I wasn't really like emotional about it or anything though.
it was, you know, it was a nice moment.
I was more emotional at Loki's death.
Yeah,
But I think he is gone. I think
I don't
Loki's
think he's
gone.
dead.
I think he is.
Gamora
I think
as
Gamora's
well.
gone as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
do
big
actually
Loki
think-
fan.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dead. He's died twice before. He's fine.
That's true.
He's fine. God of mischief.
That's what I
Yeah,
think as well.
true, but
He's
he
fine.
did look
We
pretty
try and learn
dead.
some
He did
things.
look.
I know he did. Before I went to see it, I was talking to my big brother, and you know, me, Dale Taylor were huge like MCU fans, and we always talk about it. I kept on saying to Dale, was that Loki's not dying in this movie, and Taylor was like, if you don't think Loki's not dying in the first 15 minutes of this movie, you're off your head. I was like, he's gonna survive. And then I saw the movie, and literally the first 15 minutes, I just turned to Dale, I was like, he's fine.
So that was a sad moment.
He's fine.
Yeah.
But the only people that are left, bar a few other ones, are the original Avengers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
They'll settle it.
in order for a big send off for them, I imagine it'll be them figuring out how to bring everyone back.
Well, I've got my theories,
Yeah,
and I
but
spoke to you
July-
about
You've
it.
got
Yeah.
Infinity War Part 2 coming, don't we? So
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I remember that because I remember ages and ages ago when it was first announced and it was Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, but now it's not that.
Oh really?
No, it's just Infinity War and then it's it's like the next event,
The-
it's like Avengers 4.
The final Avengers isn't the title is Avengers 4. There's no
Oh, is it?
I
Yeah.
see.
Is it
because
like that?
the title is a spoiler.
no. The title is Avengers 4, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Avengers 4, that's boring.
Because after they do that, they're not doing the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. They're doing the new Avengers
Yeah.
and like the younger people.
Yeah.
So
It's
whatever.
sad to see them go.
It will
I
be
can't
sad.
wait for them to do the Fantastic Four.
Properly.
Yeah, they're doing
Like,
that.
Well,
Properly.
yeah, they will do because the next baddie. Who's the next baddie you could do after Thanos? It'll be Galactus.
Yeah.
Yeah, which will
You
be
think, oh yeah.
yeah. So the
Which they did horribly in the Silver Surfer, but
Oh my
they did that
God.
horribly because the
Yeah.
main baddie and selling for the movie was the Silver Surfer
Surfer.
and not Galactus.
yeah.
I
I
love.
just hate Fantastic Four in general. They're just.
I don't mind. I can watch the movies and enjoy them, but
Well, I just,
bad.
but I genuinely don't. I didn't like them in the comics either. Like I don't really.
Well,
like
I'll tell you
them.
what. Nothing is as bad as the worst movie made of all time, which is Fantastic Four 2016.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
2017.
The first two Fantastic Four I
Well,
enjoyed
fine.
much more.
They're just dumb comic book like movies,
Yeah.
but that Fantastic Four, and they're all. It's a great cast.
Something.
I know
It's
they're
a
all
fucking
good.
amazing cast.
I enjoyed them when I was younger, like the original
No,
one,
we're
2004 or
talking
whatever it
about
was.
the newer one.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it. Thank
The
God.
worst movie ever made.
I went to see it and I was like, I want to see it. My friend was like, Nah, I've heard it's not that good. And I was like, No, let's go. And we walked out and he's like, Why did you make me see that?
Yeah.
You know when you see a bad movie and you can sort of still enjoy it because it's bad.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
no, this was
Not
not
that.
it. This was just bad,
Yeah.
and you're just. It's not even comic book movie bad because a comic book movie, like a superhero movie, is still a superhero movie. There's going to be action and people getting
Yeah.
thrown about. There was none of that. It was Doom flying about.
Yeah.
Doom flying about.
Doom.
But, like-
Doom from America.
But I wonder how long into production it takes before the team's like, okay, this is shit, but we've spent so much money, we need to roll with it. Like that
Yeah.
must be
They
like
spent a fortune as well on
that must be such a kind of like
the CGI.
Like, because the CGI wasn't awful. Do you know
Apart
what I
from
mean?
the thing looked better in the original
Yeah.
movie than he did in that movie. It was just a walk. It was like the fucking prequels. Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when the Clone Wars, Obi-Wan goes to that restaurant and it's the worst looking scene in cinema history because everything is CGI.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor must have walked into a green room with only green objects and he must have just looked around at green everywhere.
Like the new Jungle Book.
Yeah.
That wee boy running about.
oh gosh, I
You don't know,
you know
what
what I'm talking about?
Like Korg.
The mad guy with the 4 arms from
From
Clone
Ragnarok.
Wars. Oh fucking yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
they looked like.
Let's talk about some of the characters. Go on, Ewan.
Sorry, I was just going to say, this will lead you into
Yeah, go on.
something else. A good superhero film is only as good as its villain.
Yes!
Which is
I agree 100%.
which the villains are probably the weakest part of the MCU.
Marvel, yeah.
But Infinity War.
Actually, yeah. Oh,
No, Mr.
Oh.
Thanos, he delivered.
I
Mr.
honestly,
Thanos.
I'm gonna be honest.
That would be nice.
I just
You
there was
fancy him.
just
You fancy him.
something about him, and I just.
You
I bet it's
fancy
Thanos.
Seen
You fancy a
I
purple
ju-
alien?
Yeah,
Awesome.
okay. But there was just something about the way he spoke, the way, just his eyes. I don't know why.
Yeah, Josh Brolin's really.
It just
Have you seen
something
the
like
Deadpool
that.
yeah,
2 trailer?
yeah.
Because Josh Brolin's the
Yeah.
bad guy and he's like, he calls him Thanos in it.
Something
that is
like,
funny,
Hold on, Thanos. Yeah.
But wow, just dominant. In fact, that's not in a good way. He's a bad man.
Yeah, of course he is. But do you not find
But
that the best bad guys are ones that you can somewhat relate to and kind of
Yeah,
go,
exactly.
you know what, you might be right.
I'm
Exactly.
glad they changed it.
I actually felt bad for him at times.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
No,
that's it.
Because
I don't know.
he obviously does in his own head
Think he's doing the
think
right
that
thing,
he's doing
like-
the right thing.
Yeah.
You see what they show you briefly why he's doing
Yeah.
what he's doing, but
Yeah.
you know it. The whole thing with Gamora, he's crying like
Oh,
he
that's
actually
heartbreaking.
does love
Yeah.
her, and
Very-
he,
Heartbreaking.
He knows
He
what he
does
has to do, yeah.
and also
But then do you know what? He still kills her. So for a
yeah,
first
but it's a necessary sacrifice in his head.
well,
He doesn't kill anyone else. Think about all the times he could kill all the other Avengers, and he just leaves.
But he just kills his daughter instead.
But because it was
Yeah,
necessary.
because he needs to.
It was necessary.
Just,
He only wants to wipe out
just
half.
kill the daughter.
He only wants to
How
wipe
they
out
do it.
half of humanity. That's all.
Well,
That's
more
what it
than
is. Isn't it?
humanity, half of the universe.
He wants to wipe out half of the universe, and then he'll be happy. That's what it is.
It's half the population
I
on
feel
every
like that
planet of the
in real
universe.
life.
Yeah, half
Yeah,
the
yeah.
population on every
It's not
planet.
just half the universe, so like half. It's just
No, no,
everything.
yeah.
But
Half the population on every planet, right? So that's all he wants to do. There's so many times.
all.
The first scene he could have killed Thor, doesn't, leaves.
Yeah.
That scene on his planet with Tony Stark and all that, blah blah blah. Could kill them all, doesn't, leaves, goes to Wakanda, whatever.
But then, because what
But
would
he
he
d-
get from killing them? It was
Exactly.
like,
It
he
is-
doesn't get- I
it's
don't
only
know.
necessary
Yeah.
what he thinks is necessary.
If he
So
gets something
you
from it.
kind of
Relate
he
in
doesn't
some way.
just kill for no reason. He honestly does think that he's doing the best.
he's lawful evil.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's. I'm glad they changed it from the comics. Because in the
Because
comics,
he just
in the comics, he kills people. He wants to wipe out every life in the universe because he fancies. He loves death, like because death is a woman in Marvel. He loves death, so
Yeah.
he wants to gift her
Yeah.
dead people. Which I mean, it makes a good villain, but it doesn't make a relatable,
Yeah.
no.
villain. Because he's not evil for the sake of being evil. Like
Yeah.
You can tell he has some sensibility about him and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
quite,
yeah.
it's endearing because a lot of other villains don't.
Well,
Let's,
the villains in Marvel is probably the weakest part of the MCU. As villains.
Okay.
You get some really bad villains. The Ant-Man villain is awful.
Can I just say, where was he? I was hoping to see him.
Yeah, no,
Ant-Man.
I actually was.
Ant-Man it was, that would be
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, of course, yeah, but I
That's
just would like to have
going
seen
out,
it.
isn't
I love that film. Can't wait for this to go.
I actually thought Ant-Man was in it. Like, people
Yeah, me
thought
too,
that
yeah.
Ant-Man
He was
in
the
it.
funniest part of Civil War.
Yeah, one of the funniest parts anyway.
Paul Rudd though.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd's so good.
Paul Rudd.
He's
So good. Can I just say, funniest part of Infinity War, in my opinion, was just Batista being
Oh my
dragged
God!
again to stealing the show. Who would have thought?
So funny.
With the line "Why is Gamora" is one of my favourite lines in the history of cinema.
I just kind of go over the fact that he was, when I was like a wee girl, he was my man.
Yeah, Batista.
The animal Batista. you
I'll
know?
walk for
Like,
miles
yeah.
inside this bit of danger.
All the fireworks would go off, and he's like, "Oh, the animal Batista."
And now he's dragged.
Batista bomb, bomb. I used to be like, Batista's my man. And then look at him now, look at my man's blossom.
Do you think he has a really tiny head?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
a
has
big
the
body.
smallest head ever. You think John Cena's got a wee head, but his it's the
Big
shape of
arms.
his head as well. My favourite line is Mantis's. It's the kicking names and taking asses.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. Some really good writing in this film. And in terms of actors and characters, Tony Stark and Iron Man is
Yeah.
the godfather of the MCU.
My
He was-
man.
yeah, he was voted like the best, like the most popular character
Of
Yeah.
course,
in the
of
MCU.
course, yes. Like I just see when I see him on screen, my heart just lights up. My heart melts. It lights up. It changes. It
I
just,
thought he was a goner.
I don't know.
I don't
if
think he was a goner as
prefer-
well.
so just quite a few people. I was like, honey pie.
I don't know if I prefer Tony to like Captain America.
I do.
I don't know.
I do. I think I do.
After Civil War and Winter Soldier,
Yeah, you do love it.
because I hated Captain America. Like,
I didn't. I
before
didn't,
Civil War, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But what came first, Winter Soldier or Civil War?
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, because I saw Winter Soldier and I liked him. Then Civil War came out and I really liked him, and then this movie came out and I really liked him.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a good character.
like we were saying about Winter Soldier, because you've
Soldier's the
reminded me
perfect
again about how
superhero
much how brilliant it bloody is. Yeah.
Let's talk about little wee cameo that we had no idea was going to happen. Little Peter Dinklage. She was
Little Peter Dinklage.
Little Peter Dinklage.
No.
Out of nowhere.
He just. Oh. I was honestly like, I said to Dale, if I see Amelia Clark in this movie,
Oh mate.
I don't care how much I'm enjoying this. If she walks on stage, not stage, if she comes on stage, I don't care who she is, I'm just going to leave. Fucking hate Amelia Clark. I don't hate Amelia. For the record, I don't hate Amelia Clark. I just hate every single role she does.
When Peter
But
Dinklage,
I'm sure she's an absolutely nice girl. You know.
Gorgeous man. Oh.
when Peter Dinklage appeared on screen, it took me a couple of seconds. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a midget playing a giant.
That's a midget playing a giant dwarf.
Literally.
A giant.
That's a dwarf
But
playing a
it's, but
dwarf.
it's
Who's a
so
giant
genius.
dwarf.
But it's so genius though.
I don't get why he's giant though.
Yeah, why is he giant?
Because the Asgardians are like, I was thinking, oh, because he's a dwarf compared to the Asgardians. I was like, wait a minute, no, he's not. Because they're human
Who's
sized.
he a dwarf compared to?
Exactly, and they're called
He's
dwarves.
massive.
I just love the way he talks in it. You are meant to protect us.
are meant to protect us.
I thought it was so nice. What about Mark Ruffalo
Yes.
reprising
Oh,
Bruce
I'm
Banner?
so glad.
That's what killing you means.
You'll be killed only if I die. Yes, that's what killing you means.
That was a
I'm
good
so
line.
glad Mark gets to play Bruce more.
Yeah.
Because the Hulk
Yeah.
really didn't show up apart from the start.
Yeah,
I know.
because in every Avengers movie he comes in as the Hulk, and you're like, how much does Mark actually get to do?
Yeah,
in
I
these
know.
movies?
Yeah, I think it's a terrific actor
Thor
actually.
Ragnarok, like Thor 3 was the big one he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from Avengers 1, he's quite.
Ragnarok was great, man.
Fucking love Ragnarok.
Yeah,
That
it was a good
Ragnarok
one.
saved Thor because he was pretty bored.
Oh,
Yeah, oh no,
And his own
totally.
movies.
I still
Yeah.
like it. I know what you mean, but I still like the film.
Yeah.
Thor used to actually be my favourite for a while.
He will be my favourite. His first scene in Avengers 1 is amazing. When they've got Loki in the jet
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
lightning shows up and like you're afraid of the lightning and then he just lands, beats up Iron Man
After.
and takes
Yeah.
flies out with Loki. Oh, he's amazing.
What about
It gets shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Sebastian Stan, Bucky Barnes, or the Winter
Yeah.
Soldier?
Didn't see much of
He
him.
only popped up a few
No.
times.
But then it was the same for quite a few characters. You didn't really see
Yeah.
too much.
Well, he was post credit scene in Ragnarok, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or no, Black Panther?
Black Panther.
No, it wasn't. Really recent. Really recent. Black Panther was a post credit scene, so I knew he was going to be in it at some
White
point.
Wolf.
The White Wolf.
Yeah. So nice to see him
He
again.
was dashing.
He's probably
He's very attractive.
He's
Very.
probably the character that's changed the most
Yeah.
out of the entire MCU.
Hope we see more of him.
Apart from Tony, because Tony's been up and down and everywhere.
Yeah. What about one of my favourites that doesn't get talked about enough? Anthony Mackie playing Falcon.
Yeah.
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 I love him. See the banter between, to go back to Bucky,
Yeah.
Bucky and Falcon and Civil War when Spider-Man's kicking the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in the front seat, he's in the back, can you move your seat forward? No.
I think it's great. I love him. All I want to talk about Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. I
Course,
think
great.
Yeah,
He's really
such a good actor.
weirdly
you know?
good as
Yes.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, isn't he?
I
It's
think
the way
I
he
think
talks.
it's
Do you know?
I think
in
it's
constant
his
slack.
it's his look as well
Yeah.
though. He fit like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His
Totally.
look as
He does
well.
look like.
It looks like Doctor
He looks strange. I was flicking through the channels last night and Zoolander 2 was on. And I
Oh.
forgot Benedict Cumberbatch is in
Is it?
Zoolander
Yeah,
2
yeah, yeah, yeah.
with
Oh,
long
no.
hair and it's just not right. So
Not
I've
right.
He
changed it.
got so much controversy because he's playing like a
Yeah.
gender fluid.
Yeah,
guy.
it was
He's
really
like,
strange.
He's pure. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, what about the Guardians? We have Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista.
I think he's
Who else do we have here? We have, of course, Bradley Cooper, which you don't even realise is Bradley Cooper. Vin Diesel, and playing Gamora
Vin Diesel.
Diesel.
is
I can't
Zoe
believe they're still
Saldana.
crediting him.
Yeah.
How much money does he make for saying I am Groot?
I
He's
am
probably
Groot.
said it once and they just edited it. They go,
What does he say?
I am Groot.
I am Steve Rogers.
I am Steve Rogers. I mean, he
am
comes
Groot.
in, he has to say it differently.
I like
Yeah, I
it
know.
when
Groot.
I like it when in the first one he's like, I am Groot, and they're like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah. I love the Guardians.
Yeah, they are good.
Chris Pratt is just fantastic. And I love the fact that he was just as important, the kid said this at the start, but mainly Star-Lord was just as important as Iron Man, and he was just as important as Captain America and stuff, especially when the glove was almost off his hand. They almost saved the universe, and just because his little
They
bitchy...
almost saved the universe because Doctor Strange said he only saw one possibility.
That's true as well. Let's talk about that. Yeah, Doctor Strange said he saw millions of possibilities, but only one of them where they win. And
that's why he gives them the time stone.
Yeah,
he knows he has to
be done.
But what do you call him? Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, getting a lot of stick for punching Thanos when the glove was nearly off. But he's been through a lot just in that
He has
movie.
been a lot, yeah.
Like, imagine thinking
He was
asked to kill
Gamora. Decided to.
And then it's bloody Bubbles!
Bubbles. And then he's face to face with the person that actually does it.
Yeah.
And I just think, imagine
times.
Imagine going through that.
So, I feel for him. And yeah, that whole thing with the possibilities, and then he says, "Oh, this was the only way." When he's fading away.
Yeah.
It's just how many times
Doctor
has
Strange
Nebula crashed a ship into a family member?
Who?
Nebula.
Oh, yeah.
Every movie she crashes a ship into a family member.
So just don't let her drive.
Exactly. In the second, she's the fucking second Guardians. She literally flies across half the galaxy to find Gamora on a planet to just crash the ship into her. In this movie, her first appearance.
I feel bad for Gamora though, I must say. I did feel bad for Gamora.
Yeah, it's a
It's a heartbreaking scene.
I do really like
It's
her.
when she realises and she goes to stab herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gets made into bubbles.
Yeah.
At least she got bubbles before she died.
I think
I'm just you could have transformed it into like a banana or something.
Could have been anything.
That's more demeaning. She got nice bubbles.
also I was thinking, see when I
That's
always
pretty cool.
thought in my head, like, once he has all the Infinity Stones, how are they like physically going to stop him?
I thought.
God of Thunder.
But no, because because he controls everything really.
Yeah.
But the fact that I don't know if this is the same in the comics, I'm not sure, but the fact that like it's only if he closes his hand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they do that a couple of times, like don't let him close his hand. So that kind of gives him a little.
I guess that's the intrigue though.
That's different.
Who's it going to happen?
That's different once he's got all of them.
Is it?
Yeah, because once he's got all of them, he's basically got the power to shape the universe in whatever way he wants. That's why when he clicks his fingers.
I think they did a good job of showing that all the kind of.
Yeah.
All the uses of the gauntlet.
Because we've seen Infinity Stones used before by somebody.
What are you laughing at?
I just laughed at myself.
We've seen the stones used by previous villains.
Yeah.
Like Ronan, who's my favourite villain actually.
What's he in?
Ronan's Guardians 1.
Right.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? The dance off.
So good.
We've seen Malekith use the reality stone. And all he did was just constant spikes. That's all he did with it. Christopher Eccleston, the Doctor. Who didn't speak a word of English the entire movie. Oh, he hates sci-fi as it is. He must have come on set. You're going to play a dark elf. Read this.
Speaking of not speaking English.
A great northern man.
Speaking of not speaking English, Chadwick Boseman
Right, that's racist.
as Black Panther, as T'Challa. Wakanda forever.
Oh, bang!
What did we think of them or him in this film?
And get this man a shield.
Yeah.
Get this man a shield.
Yeah, I think he's dope.
Fantastic.
Like, I think he's,
and very handsome.
And in real life, like, he's very, very.
I just
smooth,
love his
smooth
aesthetic.
operator.
Not always the Black Panther suit. See when he's king and he's rocking around the palace and he's like regal wear.
Wakanda is a beautiful country.
I just think they're all badass and Black Panther.
Killmonger was good as well.
Killmonger was
I
good.
loved his king outfit. Joggies. Like velvet joggies and like a fur coat. Just like pecs and abs.
Killmonger's voted one of the better Marvel villains, I think. They did a
Yeah.
poll.
It's not hard to beat
They
though.
did a poll, and villains that are human get better response.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's mental. The first ever Marvel villain, apart from the one in the Hulk, was Tony's like ex-boss.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With like the big huge Iron Man suit.
Obadiah,
that's his name.
Stane or something.
What were you going to say? You were going to say something about a character and you said, "I'll wait," but I'm not going to do it anymore. What character were you talking
I
about?
can't remember, Chris.
Oh well, then
I'll come
I,
back
I've
to me.
got one.
Go
I've
for it.
got one. So just speaking about Captain America: The First Avenger, who makes a wee appearance in Infinity War. The Red Skull.
He does make a
Oh,
wee
the Red
appearance. Yes, the
Skull.
Red Skull. Who
And
also
it
died.
wasn't.
Does he go as well? He dies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, no, we don't know. He's just left there.
I see. Okay.
Well, because he's guarding the
He was
Soul
guarding the
Stone.
Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
that's right,
He
yeah.
wasn't guarding it. He was guiding people who were seeking it.
Okay, whatever.
But I've got a
He
theory
gets
about him.
it, but he just never. You don't think it's actually the Red
I
Skull.
don't think it's the Red Skull. I think it's Death.
But why would they
Or
perceive?
Loki.
Why would it? Why would it
Affect anything?
present itself as the Red Skull?
Ah, that's a good point.
Because it's not anyone that
It
knows the
could
Red
just,
Skull. Do
it
you
could
know what I
just
mean?
be for like fan flavour.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the Red Skull. My theory is that the Soul Stone is self-aware and wanted all of this to happen. Because
Right.
the Soul Stone knew that Thanos would come and do all this stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it wants to wipe out half the universe or half the planets in the universe. So, because they've replaced Death in the comics with the Soul Stone, so the Soul Stone wants souls. It wants the souls of the dead. So when he clicked his fingers, they're not dead. They're in the Soul Stone.
Ooh,
And
that's
it wants
heavy,
all the
man.
souls. So like the next arc, or it'll be like them getting all the souls out of the Soul Stone.
yeah. There you go.
Because what did Thanos see when he clicks his fingers? He sees he's in this like orange. Like,
It's Gamora.
but it's not actually, it's not Gamora though.
Yeah, well.
It's something talking to him posed as Gamora. You know what I mean? And the realm,
Yeah.
and when he looked oddly similar to Vormir.
Vormir.
Yeah, it looked really similar. So I think it's the Soul Stone wanting people, and if that turns out to be the aspect of Death,
Wow.
which could they've not introduced in the comics yet,
Yeah.
no, in the MCU,
Mhm.
if they use her, because she is like a big character.
So really, anything could happen. We just have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think
Anything
Thanos
could
isn't the bad guy
happen.
anymore. Because
Yeah.
he bet himself, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one thing before we go, which is going to kind of chat about, is the upcoming Captain Marvel, because that was the kind of the post-credit hint.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson sending a message before he disappeared. Love the Sam Jackson
Love
reference.
that.
Not even Nick Fury, the Sam Jackson reference, which is really awesome.
I
And
love the
then
bit when everyone's disappearing and he's running back to the car and there's a guy in the way and he just like
knocks him out.
just completely shoves him away.
Yeah, that's going to be weird. I think it's just because we have no idea what to expect with this film. You know what I mean? Is it going to be like the Avengers? Is it going to be like...
It's set in the 80s. I
Right,
believe.
that's right, yeah. And Brie Larson, who I never thought in a million years
yeah,
would do a
no,
superhero
yeah.
film. Which is
I love that.
I
though.
really
love
like, yeah, I
that.
really like
And
that.
apparently she's meant to be the strongest
Whatever, yeah.
character. Was that you who was saying that to me?
In the
strongest-
comics,
she's
she's-
meant to be the strongest character they've had.
Maybe apart from Thor. And
But-
on the good guys team. Yeah, maybe apart
See, if
from
they've
Thor.
had her since the 80s, do you know what I mean? Why are they just using her now?
Exactly. Something will have happened to her.
Something must have happened.
Before Infinity War came out, the big
Why?
theory was that she had the Soul Stone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean that's not
No.
the case.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Captain Marvel.
What one was the Soul Stone again? Who had that one?
Vormir.
Of course, sorry.
Yeah. There was lots of theories about the Soul Stone. There was another theory was
Because that was the one that no
Yeah.
one knew, where it was.
another theory was that Wakanda had the Soul Stone, and that's how they get the Panther powers. Was from the Soul Stone.
Mm. There's so many theories, isn't there? It's like
But
Star
now,
Wars.
now they're
so
all
many.
gone now because
Yeah.
you know, but I don't know much about Captain Marvel. I know she's similar to DC's Captain Marvel. She gets her powers from like gods and that.
Well, I'm looking forward to
Did
it.
you have a Captain Marvel?
DC had Captain Marvel, and then they changed it. You know Shazam?
Oh, yeah.
He used to be called Captain Marvel.
It's so in depth though, isn't it? Like you could literally discuss the ins and outs of it all.
Yeah, I heard a rumour that they're doing a Shazam film or something, or Shazam's
And The
going to be
Rock's
in a
Black
film.
Adam.
And The Rock is Black Adam.
Yeah.
And I also heard that John Cena
No.
auditioned for Shazam or something like that. So The Rock
These
and Cena
wrestlers
was
are
going to be in the
that.
same DC
Yeah,
film.
I think they cast Shazam. I'm
Yeah,
not
but then
quite sure
because
it was, yeah.
Cena got Bumblebee in Transformers.
Cena's Bumblebee in
Yeah.
Transformers. When?
Totally bonkers. Yeah. Am I making it up?
Are you?
I'm certain.
I stopped watching
Bumblebee.
Transformers.
I'm certain.
These wrestlers
Transformers,
are
is
getting.
It's a,
Oh,
Yeah, John Cena Bumblebee. Look.
it's a CGI.
Bumblebee the
Sounds like
movie.
It's a CGI.
Oh, Bumblebee the movie
Bumblebee the movie.
is animated.
I don't know. Cast John Cena as Burns. Yep.
As Burns.
He's playing the character called Burns.
So he's not Bumblebee. You had me under the
Maybe he is.
Transformer Bumblebee.
I hope so.
It's like Bumblebee's a car.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, do the voice for him.
Wait,
Like.
Bumblebee doesn't have a
Doesn't
voice.
speak.
Oh, I
He
see.
talks in radio.
True.
Well, he's in it anyway. He's playing Burns, an agent of Sector 7. Well, it's okay,
So
everybody. He's an
funny.
agent.
You might know this, Chris.
Sorry, I scared you.
Do you
Sorry.
remember the Scooby-Doo movie?
Oh, vaguely. Yeah, vaguely.
With they wrestle at WrestleMania, and it's all the wrestlers.
The recent one,
Is it recent?
the animated one or
I know,
something.
yeah, I know John Cena saves the mystery
Of
guy
course he does.
from a rock.
Yeah,
A big boulder goes to crush them, and John Cena lifts it and throws it away.
very funny.
That's Vince's wet dream.
Right. Okay, so there you go. There's Avengers: Infinity War. Where does this film rank with you guys in terms of the MCU films?
Also, how good did Scarlett Johansson look?
Yeah, I forgot about Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, she was
She,
for
I
once
was she on screen, I was like, yeah, bish.
not a fan of her really.
all
My
the
favourite
gals,
line-
actually,
I
all
really
the gals did
love
well.
That reminds me, my favourite line is
Karen Gillian as well.
is when the thing's about to crush her and Black Widow, and Scarlet Witch lifts it. The thing
Oh,
is.
uh-huh.
Why was
yeah.
she up there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, it was hilarious.
Why was she up there?
This guy.
Why was she not down here?
That was great. I
She's,
forgot
do
about
you
that.
know what? That character is hilarious. She's so funny.
I just know
So
she's
funny.
she's Michonne.
Michonne.
From
She is
Walking Dead.
Michonne. Yeah.
That's a
Great-
great
great-
Michonne
great-
impression.
Deny.
actress.
Yeah, Deny, whatever her name is.
Deny.
Don't deny it. She
But
was
I'd
great.
ask Blade
What was
Woman.
your question again?
Where does Infinity War rank with you guys in terms of the
Number
MCU
two.
films?
Other Walking Dead guy in it was Red Skull.
Yeah.
Who?
Hugo Weaving played Red Skull in the first Captain America, but it's not him because he doesn't like to be associated.
Who is in The Walking Dead?
Aaron. His
Right.
name's Ross Mark. Wow.
No, he likes Marvel. He just doesn't like the character Red Skull.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be associated with it. That's
Oh, I thought you meant just Marvel. in
No,
general.
no, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
So you say
Yeah.
so you say
what's The
second.
Walking Dead?
Second
I
is
can't
where it
put over
ranks.
Winter Soldier. There's something about the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier is so good. It's more than a superhero movie. Like on its
Wow.
own, it works as a movie. And GSP's in it.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
GSP, the guy in the boat in the Lemurian story.
Didn't know that at all.
St. Pierre, that's fucking hilarious.
What about you, Ewan? Where does this film rank in terms of the Marvel
Probably
films?
second or third, but I'm not sure behind what.
I think this is fourth for me.
It could be fourth as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. It could be anywhere from 1 to 4. Really.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I think
It's one of my favourites.
I had Civil War as my favourite, followed by Guardians was my favourite, followed by Civil War, then maybe this one, Black Panther, and maybe this is my top five.
See, I like
maybe
all the-
Spider-Man,
like, I like the
Iron Man.
I like the first Cat film.
Yeah,
I like Winter Soldier. I like the first Iron Man.
I love the first Iron Man. Yeah.
I just like all. There's not really one that I'm like.
It's funny, isn't it?
Like, I think I think the first Avengers just holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Kinda,
But then-
apart from the second and third Iron Man, I'm not like massive.
I think-
Oh
fans of them.
well, I honestly, I genuinely love all.
Like slice of life scenes.
Mm.
Like the action's bad and the villain's bad and the overall plot's bad.